Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we do each and every day. Bitcoin approaching 65 Gs. Also, the latest breaking news I'll be sharing with you, as well as the judge denying Kraken's request to dismiss the SEC claims alleging the exchange operated as an unregistered securities broker. And big news, Telegram founder Pavel arrested. What we know so far, and a lot of conspiracies and a lot of things to share with you regarding this attack on free speech. We'll also be discussing, will the Telegram linked Toncoin actually bounce back after Pavel's arrest? It dumped 15% yesterday, another 15% today. We'll be discussing this, as well as there's a big bull run Russia coming, which can send Bitcoin to 100,000 per coin, according to Dan Tapriero. We'll also be discussing the latest from Jan 3's Samson Mow, predicting Bitcoin to hit $1 million per coin within the next 12 months. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Shout out everyone in the live chat. DNA, Judson, Shortcoin, Chandy, Neo, OG Backroad, Crypto Bootleg, One Glenn Co, Joseph, Greg, AV, and the rest of the fam. Let's freaking go. We're streaming live right now on 3 platforms. We're on X, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube. If you guys can repost the stream, I'm about to pin it at the top of my profile. Let's freaking go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Shout out JC and anyone reposting the stream. I'm going to be reposting you guys the entire stream. Anyone who comments or reposts with a quote. Also, Catherine Weaver, the rest of the fam, Steven, greatly appreciate you. Serge, what's poppin', brother? And yeah, Shortcoin, thank you. RX, thank you. Just followed you both back. Well, of course, I was already following Shortcoin, but RX, I appreciate the support. Just followed you back as well. Welcome everyone to the stream. Yesterday we were like this close to tapping 65. It was like 64,980. A lot of big news happened. A lot of attacks on free speech. The arrest of Pavel, the founder of Telegram. We're going to be discussing all of that, as well as the latest predictions from the one and only Samson Mow of Jan 3. He was recently interviewed and he doubled down on the fact he believes Bitcoin will hit $1 million within the next 12 months. So that's our feature topic of the day. Smash that buy button. Shout out Dusty Pop, what it do? Shout out Junior. Another video we're going to be premiering today called Bitcoin Happy Days. A brand new song Chandy already released on her YouTube channel. I already have it pinned in the comments of the comment section of my YouTube channel. And if you're watching the stream right now on Rumble or X, I encourage you to visit cryptonewsalerts.net. That way you can interact in the live comments, as is a live and interactive show, first and foremost. Good to see you, DNA, the rest of the fam. What's good? What's new? Shout out Erico. Welcome to the stream, family. The best Bitcoin show out there, peeps. Get listening. Thank you, NeoCause. I just reposted you, brother, and I just followed you back as I promised, and that goes for anyone else. You're going to notice my stream pinned at the top of the profile on X, so it's easy to find. You can see it's already blowing up. If you guys could repost with a quote, I promise I will shout you out. I'll follow you back. And yeah, all that fun stuff. 60 G's, baby. That's right. Happy days are here. We finally got the Happy Days parody. I'm digging it, by the way. It's pretty lit. And we dropped a new song the other day. A lot of new jammy jams you can find on Chandy's channel. And if you want to support the stream, we do have a merch website, merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. The French are that way. They try to have their own national internet. Hey, JV, and happy Sunday. I just saw a post from Elon, and he's like, by the year 2030, you're going to get arrested for liking a meme. That seems to be the way things are going right now, unfortunately. Sad to say that. But they are absolutely attacking the little free speech platforms we have left. They already went after TikTok. They just attacked the Telegram founder. He's facing potentially 20 years in prison. And all we have left is ultimately X and Rumble. That's it. Once that's gone, it's gone. And let's recall, back when there was no vid in 2020, we didn't really have any platforms of free speech. Maybe Rumble wasn't as big yet. I wasn't on the platform yet, so I don't even know if it existed back then. But I recall there was no free speech on X. They were censoring everything. And YouTube was censoring everything. Everything was being censored. Now we have Rumble, we have X. Obviously, there's Telegram, but now Telegram is being attacked, and all we have left are these two platforms. It's freaking crazy, bro. We're going to be discussing all this here today. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream as we continue to live the Bitcoin dream. We got over 200 people already here. Let's get a few thousand people on the live stream, and let's make it happen. Shout out Chandy. I appreciate the repost. Just reposted you. Thank you, Randall. Appreciate the repost. Just reposted you. Jair, thank you. God Candle, you already know. This is that Omega candle that will take us to the heavens and beyond. 100,000 on the daily. I just reposted that Omega candle. Thank you, Neo. And yeah, let's freaking go. Welcome, everyone. YouTube didn't ground me, but they totally stopped my growth. 100% flat since the day of the Kamala video. For real, I did it bad. My nose is in the corner. It is sad, but at least we know. You know what I mean? My suggestion would just be remove that video from your channel, and hopefully the growth continues where it left off, because she was getting over 1,000 subs per day, as much as 5,000 subs. I even seen her, I think, get 8,000 subs in a day. As soon as she dropped that video, flatline. All the new videos since then, struggling for 200 views. Meanwhile, previous videos, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100,000, 150,000 views. So yeah, censorship is real, and you guys need to be aware of that. That's why we're streaming on X, Rumble, and YouTube. If I was only dependent upon YouTube, it wouldn't be a good look. So we gotta, fight for our freedom, and we have to fight to, continue having our rights to freedom. Otherwise, they take it away, unfortunately. JV, you send us very real information. Focus on optimism for further investments. Respect, Mateus. No investment advice given on the stream. It's all for entertainment purposes only, but I will do my best to lead you and always put your best interest at heart versus my own, which is what most podcasters will do. What's in their best interest, they're going to pitch you, and that's a percentage of the business model. It's fraud. You know what I mean? As Max brilliantly put. But anyways, let's continue. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. But first, a reminder, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes, then subscribe and hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications. That way you receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today is pod episode number 1740. I'm your host, JV, and it's August 25th, 2024. We've been pumping since Friday. Nice green bullish candle. We had like a $5,000 pump. We're still back in the green as of today, maintaining 64.3, looking to retest 65,000. I personally feel once we can break clean above that, 70,000 is the next psychological resistance. 73.8 is the current all-time high. So once we hit 74, we're in price discovery mode. I feel it's inevitable here coming up. I think September is going to be bullish. I think the rest of the year is going to be bullish, especially Q4 entering October, November, December. 125,000 in play, in my humble opinion. But let me know your thoughts, and let's get right into today's market watch. You should be able to see Coin 360 on your screen. You can see Bitcoin pretty even actually for the day, but maintaining above 64.3. Ether down about 1%, just under 2,800. Solana down 1%, trading just under 160. We have XRP in the red, Matic in the blood red, Tron in the green, up 3.5%. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.26 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap sits at $1.268 trillion. We got 53 billion of volume past 24 hours with the current Bitcoin dominance currently at 56.2% with the Ether dominance at 14.7%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got FET up 5%, Tron up 3%, and Tau up 2%. Very modest gains because the majority of the market's correcting and in the red. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the daily. You can see Toncoin suffering. Again, Ton is ultimately the project of Telegram. Telegram founder is now in prison or in jail. Some BS we're going to be discussing later. We have Notcoin down 19%. The majority of the market correcting and in the red. Zooming out on the monthly, we get a broader perspective. Rex City here as well for the alts. Safe to say maybe 80 to 85% of the market wrecked. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today we're neutral with a 54. Yesterday was a 56 back in greed. Last week a 31 fear, and last month a 68 in greed. So there you have it. And checking out the time chain calendar, a new metric I like to share with you guys. We're currently on block 858,406. And the current conversion of how many Satoshis you can get for a single US dollar is 1,555. I would like to assume every single one of you in the chat right now is a Satoshi millionaire because it only requires roughly, I'm going to speculate, $600 to become a Satoshi millionaire at this price. So if you're not already, what are you waiting for? Stack those sats. And if you're brand new to Bitcoin and you don't know what we're saying when we say stack sats or Satoshis, one Bitcoin can be divided by 100 million Satoshis. And again, right now you can get 1,555 Satoshis per US dollar, which means by the time Bitcoin is $1 per Satoshi, Bitcoin will be $100 million per coin. By the time a Satoshi is 10 cents, Bitcoin will be $10 million per coin. And by the time a Satoshi is 1 penny, Bitcoin will be $1 million per coin. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the math, how I understand it at least. 1,740 pods, stronger than the woodpecker lips, bro. I used to watch Woody Woodpecker. You kind of bring back some memories there. But yeah, there's not many podcasters in Bitcoin with 1,740 podcasts, that's for sure. If that doesn't deserve a repost, I don't know what does, in all honesty. How many years is that of consistency, right? Who knew getting into a debate with pro-choicers would get me over 100 new followers on X? Congratulations, Oracle. I know you enjoy stirring that pot, so keep stirring the pot. Keep doing what you're doing. Church is in session. That's right, Shortcoin. I love Starbucks, Pike Place. Don't hate me. Kyle Claus, what it do, broski? Where's the Nippinator? He's actually under my feet, under the desk. You can't see him right now? He's on the tile versus the warm blanket because it's hot as hell. Be quite honest. There's a fan on, but it's hot, and he prefers to be on the tile near my feet. That's the Nippinator. I'm sure he'll make a guest appearance here in a little bit. Nippinator's doing what he does best. Nippinating. Waiting for that next Nippinator indicator. And 60 G is anyone. A buying opportunity.
Bitcoin, 60 G, 60 G. Buying opportunity for fifth level 60 G's.
What do you think, JV?
By the biddy, who cares about a roaring kitty?
Boring kitty. Chucho BTC just reposted your family. Mexica Hodl just reposted your family. And Silver Spike, I appreciate all the reposts as well as stocking them up. Just reposted that as well. Again, anyone who reposts my stream, you'll find it pinned at the top of my X profile. Will get reposted, shouted out, and all that good stuff.
Boring kitty, me. I'm for the bitty.
I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for some weirdo Kit Kat kitty.
Cat, a kitty cat. I'm for
Stacking the sats. Stack those sats.
Ain't no thing, baby. It's
It's a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack those bitties.
Baby, you never heard about me
With another coin.
Bitcoin.
I got my mind on my Bitcoin and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, 60 G's, a buying opportunity. So you know what to do, family. Let's stack those biddies while we can get them so cheap on a discount like today. It don't get no sweeter than that. Considering previous all-time high, previous halving cycle was 69. We're lower than that price today. We will not be for long. Mark my words, family.
I'm Bitcoin, but I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, no Bitcoin sell.
I'm no sellout. And shout out JC. She promised me a torch for the Sage. She literally sent me a flamethrower, aka a torch. And we're going to be using it today. It's pretty lit. So thank you, JC. Very kind of you. And I can't wait to get the Sage. How do you think Max feels when he looks at his cold storage wallet balance? I want to feel that too. Yeah, I don't know what it would be like looking at hypothetically speaking, a $15 billion Bitcoin balance. That would be pretty lit, right? You got to find the blood orange tangerine spindrift. Yeah, I haven't found that flavor yet. Today's flavor is the lime. Do you have a song, Bitcoin 100, TUSD 60 is so pessimistic? Oh, they're coming. They are coming. Light up that blunt, JV. You know, I got the torch to do it. We might have to do it, Billouette. Damn, you can solder a pipe solder with that torch. Fire it up. I can't wait. But anyways, fam, let's continue with today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out the charts. We'll also be pulling up some of the live charts, all the latest news. If you're just joining the stream, remember this is live and interactive, so please join us on the YouTube, cryptonewsalerts.net. That way you can interact in the chat. And between the stories, I'm going to be reading all your comments out loud. Then at the end of the show, we do like a 1 hour Q&A session where you can ask me anything you like, which is my favorite part of the show. But anyways, let's kick it off with today's TA, aka Astrology for the Broskies. Headline here reads, Bitcoin chart signals a possible extremely quick move to 68,000. If you'd like to see 68,000 with the quickness, holla at your boy. Crypto traders are spotting a pattern forming on the Bitcoin price chart that may possibly lead to its price moving closer to reclaiming its 2021 all-time highs. And in August 24th analysis video, we have Mr. Crypto, who pointed to the Bitcoin price chart, explaining when Bitcoin breaks above the 64,000 level, which we're currently above, it is very likely to return towards the 68,000 level, which it hasn't reached since July 30th. Let me know if you agree with that. The approach to 68 Gs would lead traders to speculate on when it might surpass its 2021 all-time high of 68,991, a key level closely watched thus far this year. And at this time, Bitcoin's trading just above that level. However, it only broke above 64,000 on August 23rd, which was Friday, for the first time in 20 days. And it struggled to hold above before retracing back to 63.5. A breakthrough came after dovish comments from U.S. Fed Chairman Jay Powell, which further boosted confidence amongst U.S. investors that interest rate cuts are underway. Although he didn't really give an exact timeline. 64,000 was previously seen as a key support for Bitcoin following the months after the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, which officially went live here in the States January 11th. However, a recent downturn on August 5th, otherwise known as the Crypto Black Monday, saw this level switch into resistance for the biddy. Now, Mr. Crypto warned investors that the Bitcoin price is unlikely to make any major moves over the weekend, and its price is likely to consolidate around its current level. Meanwhile, another trader, Elja, shared that it's time for the bulls to push Bitcoin towards 68 to 70 Gs. I'm all for that. Let me know your thoughts. Now, when the RSI is above 70, it's an indicator that the market might be overbought. And when it's below 30, it suggests the market might be oversold. Bitcoin's RSI is currently at 66.11, according to BitBo data. And during Bitcoin's all-time high of 73.6 in March this year, the RSI surged to 79. So there you have it. And before we pull up the live charts, here's some of the breaking news. Plan B pointed out Bitcoin is a stable coin now. We've been at the 60,000 level for so long. It feels like deja vu, doesn't it? And checking out some of the live charts. This is the 1 hour. Let me switch the scene so you can see it nice and clean. Should be able to see that. There we go. So you can see right now, this is the 1 4-hour chart. We do have a very bullish target as well as a bullish pennant, and the bullish pennant target is sitting at 68,600. 68 in play. Most likely that's going to be this week. Hopefully Monday we continue our ascension towards that level. Let me know your thoughts on that, and let's zoom out to get some different looks. Here's the 4-hour, and again, this is live and in the flesh via TradingView, via Coinbase exchange, the #1 Bitcoin exchange here in the United States. And you can see pretty much sideways action on the 4-hour chart. Yesterday, starting Friday, we had the bullish run up, you know what I mean? But right now it's pretty flat line. Let's check out the 1-day chart. You can see here, again, big green candle, which we just recently had. We do have a target sitting all the way down at 47.7, and we do have a local low we achieved maybe a week or two ago, which is 49. We were on our way to 70. We were just shy. We dropped all the way to 49, and now we're back to 64. And expect more extreme volatility, as I've been preaching to you guys each and every day, especially post-halving at a time like this in the cycle. This is the 1-week chart, which is typically the most bullish. We still have that fantastic cup and handle pattern sitting at 125 Gs. And zooming out a little further, we're going to look at the 1-month chart. Also, a lot of sideways trading action. We had a very bearish June, July. August, we only got less than a week left to go. Let's see if we close green or red. It can go either way. And then moving into September, I'm optimistic. We're going to get a green monthly candle close all throughout the 4th quarter of 2024, leading into a very parabolic 2025 with a new all-time high, which could be multiple 6 figures in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts, family, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone just joining the live stream. Indeed, there is a lot of confluence and resistance from 66 to 68. Cool. Do you smoke the hookah too? Darth Melda asks. You guys into the hookah? I know Tate is. I always see Tate hitting that hookah. How's your day, Miss Jennifer? I guess the key would be where you get your tobacco from. That's the key, right? Please smash the likes. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, JV, watch from Cornwall, England. Shout out Fairground. Appreciate you tuned in, brother, all the way from England. Shout out to the UK fam, the European brethren. Get caught up with JV. Thank you, Adam Taylor. I just reposted your quote, brother. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Whisper Monkey Crypto. I see he's watching as well. 3 million. Let's pamp it up. I love it. Sounds good to me. I'd love a $3 million biddy. I love it when people call me bearish for sharing a $1 million projection or prediction. 2025 will melt faces. I'm with you on that, Dusty. JV, I found a nat trap for the house, $15.99 on the Zon. Well, I'm going to have to pull up that nat trap today. Thank God there's no gnat. I don't know what attracts them, to be dead honest, because sometimes they appear and there's no sweets, there's no fruits outside in the kitchen. They just magically appear. Today, there's none. So I like to believe that yesterday's sage destroyed them all, so we burnt a lot of that sage stick. Hello from Montreal. Shout out Heidi. Good to have you on the stream. Shout out to the Canadian fam. Another UK bro here from Cumbria. Wet and windy, eh? Zach Hudson. I've been to the UK one time. I visited London. That was my destination we flew in for my Euro trip, where I spent a month in Europe. And it was rainy and windy every day. Hugs, mama. I hope it gets better quickly. Always do your own research before you invest into anything. You got me drinking the kombucha. Word. Long live the kombucha. The gnats like the CO2 that you exhale. Huh. Interesting.
Bitcoin, Roger out, Roger out.
Well, guess what? We're a demigod candle away from 69 Gs, meaning 5,000 away from the 69,000 target. And speaking of 69, and yo, pretty lit. We already got 900 people on the stream, and we're just getting rolling. If you guys haven't reposted or shared it, be sure to do so. And shout out everyone who already reposted or liked the stream. Thank you. Thank you.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing, never stopping. Bitcoin is rising. We already hit 67K, and now we're aim up, at that 69 3G spot, rocket taking off. Everybody knows it's the magic spot. Watch how it goes when we hit the 69K. We will continue to grow.
Shout out Charlene. Hey, fam, go ahead and post where you wish you were right now as you're listening to JV. Just reposted the comment on the stream. And again, anyone who comments or reposts the stream with a quote, and you're going to find the stream pinned at the top of my X profile, so it's easy to find. You're going to get shouted out, reposted, and I will follow you back as well. What up? We just preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. You know how we do, Golden Eagle. And speaking of the eagle, this is called the Eagle Torch. So the eagle has landed. The eagle has landed. 69 is that sweet spot. It's the G spot, which we can reframe as the B spot. So if you want to hit the B spot, now you know where it's at. Zach Essam, appreciate the repost. The whales want your coins. Ignore the FUD. Amen. Andy T just reposted you as well, broski. Bitcoin Oasis. Adam Taylor. The rest of the fam. Appreciate you guys. But let's continue with the news. We got a lot to share. Man, big news actually today. So, yeah, here we go. Our next story, let's discuss the latest with Kraken versus the SEC. Then we'll dive into the latest with the Telegram founder being arrested and facing 20 years in prison, BS charges for being unwilling to hand over his free speech platform to the government. Yeah. Anyways, this headline reads, Judge denies Kraken's request to dismiss SEC claims alleging the exchange operated as an unregistered securities broker. A judge shot down Kraken's request to dismiss the claims made by the U.S. SEC, alleging the exchange violated security laws. That's right. Last November, the SEC charged Kraken with operating its crypto trading platform as an unregistered securities exchange, broker-dealer, and clearing agency. And earlier this year, Kraken filed in the U.S. District Court to dismiss those charges, positing that the SEC's claims would widen the definition of investment contracts and expand the regulator's jurisdiction outside of its delegated responsibility. Sounds like a clear example of overreach. Now, on Friday, U.S. District Judge William Orrick denied the exchange's request, ruling the SEC plausibly alleged that at least some of the crypto transactions that Kraken facilitates on its network constitute investment contracts and therefore securities and are accordingly subject to security laws. The SEC argues that Kraken hawked more than 11 different crypto asset securities on its platform and was required by law to register with the regulator. Those alleged securities include Cardano, Algorand, Cosmos, Filecoin, Flow, ICP, Decentraland, Polygon, Near Protocol, OMG Network, and Solana. Now, Judge Orrick notes that the SEC just needed to plausibly allege at least one of those crypto assets was an investment contract to move forward with the lawsuit. So he just focused on Solana and Algorand in his ruling, outlining descriptions of both projects provided on Kraken's website. Explains Orrick here, the SEC has plausibly alleged investors in crypto assets offered on Kraken possessed an expectation of profits from the efforts of others that they derive from the promoter's representations that Kraken republished and reasserted on its platform. Whether or not the record ultimately supports that allegation will be revealed through discovery. The judge also set a proposed cause or case schedule and trial date will be filed in October. Well, I'll tell you this, I'm definitely rooting for Kraken. I feel the SEC has been shaking down unlawfully all the major exchanges. I mean, Binance CEO had to pay $4.3 billion, went to prison for 6 months. We're referring to CZ. Coinbase, I don't know how many lawsuits there have been against Brian Armstrong and Coinbase. Kraken, in fact, settled with the SEC roughly a year ago for a $30 million fine. They paid the $30 million. Then after they paid, the SEC launched another unlawful lawsuit against Kraken. So talk about the ultimate shakedown and overreach. And I don't think this is a coincidence. They're literally going after any exchange. They know they have a lot of money and they can get it. And it's very unfortunate, but this is the situation at hand. I'm praying for a victory for the exchanges because I just pray for losses and L's on Gary Gensler's bald head as well as the SEC. But that's just my 2 Satoshis. Let me know your thoughts. 92 today in Vegas. Damn, way better than those honeys. Y'all come visit. Vegas loves you. Well, it's probably similar here. It's definitely in the 90s, I would assume, outside here in Puerto Rico right now. Bring the heat. 69 G's can't be beat.
Let it flow, 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 flow. Magic cosmic fire. The rocket is fueled up, prepare for flight. Rocket up kind of high.
Shout out Guido. I appreciate the repost. Just reposted you. He put, come get a dose and hope and dismiss the FUD. That's right. Trump and Kennedy pump baby cakes, says David Sam. Just reposted your brother. Zach Essam wrote, tune in now. Crypto News Alerts. There is no second best. Just reposted your brother. Thank you guys.
69G bound, such a fun time.
Chandy cakes, cooking with the fire. She's is 95 degrees Fahrenheit in South Central Wisconsin. Damn, even Wisconsin bringing the heat.
Rocket up kind of doing, sexy rising Bitcoin.
And we already got 1,100 people on the stream, so thank you guys for all the support. Means a lot, greatly appreciated. Now let's get to a big story, big news. I mean, I heard this yesterday and my mind was like exploding with like no freaking way. But yeah, it's true. Telegram founder Pavel arrested, and here's what we know so far. And before I dive deep into the story, because this is a very detailed one, let's just read some of the tweets on behalf of after this news broke. President of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, wrote, El Salvador is not only the safest country in the Western Hemisphere, but we also guarantee you will not be arrested, censored, or have your assets seized for exercising your right to free speech. Oh, and there's no property tax. Shout out legendary Nayib Bukele and respect right there. Now, Max Kaiser wrote off the back of this guy by the name of Guy, who wrote something stupid. Telegram sits at the center of the global cyber crime. Free speech is not without responsibilities. Then Max Kaiser responded, crawl into a hole and shut the frick up. We fought a revolutionary war and won against European somethings like you. We are set to come back and finish the job, a-hole. You exist for as long as it's convenient for the United States. Don't push or you'll reap the whirlwind. Much respect to the high priest of Bitcoin. He has spoken. Max also tweeted here, number 1, do you understand now why Satoshi chose to remain anonymous? And number 2, everyone connected materially with the ish coins, ETH, Cardano, BNB, Solana, XRP, Tron, plus 30,000 others can have that same exact thing happen to them. Only Bitcoin is secure. What is he talking about? Well, as soon as word got out that Pavel, the founder of Telegram, got arrested, what happened to Toncoin? Crashed 15% yesterday, crashed another 15% today. No Ishcoin is safe. Why is that? Because there's an attack vector named CEO. Bitcoin CEO is Satoshi. They can't get Satoshi. And that's what makes it so different, decentralized, and yeah, common sense. Now, also, I put here, stack Bitcoin and do push-ups every day. Train your body to protect your mind. Here's a tweet off of Andrew Tate. I was with Pavel at his mansion in Dubai a week before my incarceration in 2022. We were eating a meal prepared by his team of chefs. I told him they were coming for me. He paused, waiting for the starters to be taken away and the mains to be brought. A full 2 minutes later, he replied, they're coming for everyone. Build yourself, brother. I did thousands of push-ups on sleepless nights. Push-ups never abandon you. They are loyal. They are always there. Train your body to protect your mind. Your day will come. Hashtag free Pavel. Very powerful words there, family. But yeah, let's dive in a little deeper. What's really going on right now with this sad story. Telegram founder and CEO Pavel was detained by French authorities in relation to a search warrant targeting alleged violations of the encrypted messaging platform. According to Le Monde and other French media outlets, he was arrested at the airport of Paris after landing in his private jet, which he had traveled from Azerbaijan. Now, he cited sources close to the case confirming his arrest. At the same time, a Bloomberg report noted that Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria also corroborated the information in a Telegram post. So let's discuss the search warrant issued. According to the reports, the agency that oversees crimes against minors issued a search warrant as part of a preliminary investigation into Telegram. The AFP reported that the alleged offenses range from fraud, drug trafficking, cyberbullying, and organized crime. Numerous reports note the investigation is rooted in Telegram's attack or alleged lack of content moderation. They're currently coordinating an investigation into him and Telegram. The message platform CEO is reportedly expected to appear on court today, the 25th. Some reports claim that he could face up to 20 years in prison due to the nature of the alleged offenses. Now, here's the impact on Toncoin as a result. The open network Ton, third-party blockchain protocol that the messaging platform has integrated into its service, claims to remain fully operational in the hours after the arrest. Here's the official statement from Ton. Now, they said, as a community committed to freedom of speech and decentralization, we stand firmly with Pavel during this challenging time. Telegram has yet to comment on the arrest. And meanwhile, let's also discuss Elon's been doing a lot of posts as well. Tesla founder Elon took to his social media platform yesterday and shared a previous interview between Durov, who is Pavel, and independent journalist Tucker Carlson with the hashtag Free Pavel. He also made a tweet more recently before I went live, and he said it's the year 2030, and people are getting arrested for liking memes. This seems to be the way we're heading if we don't stand up for our free speech family. This is important. In the video, Pavel said that Musk's takeover of Twitter had been a positive development for technological innovation and the provision of free speech. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik also weighed in on the topic on a post on X by American entrepreneur and investor Balaji. Buterin said he previously criticized Telegram's encryption standards, but said the initial information relating to charges against the platform looked very bad and worrying for the future of software and comms freedom in Europe. Now, other prominent figures took to X to weigh in on the developing story. We have RFK Jr., who suspended his U.S. presidential campaign August 2024, said his arrest highlighted the need to protect platforms that enable free speech and privacy. Shout out to RFK Jr. for sticking up as well. And also in his interview with Carlson, Pavel claims that Telegram had garnered unwarranted attention from the FBI and other U.S. security agencies whenever he had entered the country. The Telegram CEO claimed that the U.S. officers had attempted to hire one of his engineers during his last visit to the country. Now, tell me that's not sus. Quoting him here from the interview with Tucker, there was an attempt by cybersecurity officers or agents to secretly hire my engineer behind my back. What the frick? They were curious to learn which open source libraries are integrated into Telegram's app, and they tried to persuade him to use certain open source tools that would serve as backdoors. Are you starting to read between the lines? He refused to give the government backdoors until to his free speech platform, and now they're setting up with heinous crimes, just like they did the Tate brothers, the most heinous of heinous crimes. Crazy, right? Can't make this ish up. The Telegram CEO added that the FBI agents frequently stopped him upon entry into the U.S., asking him questions about the messaging service operations. And as details surrounding his arrest and the investigation into the platform remain scant, questions about the privacy features of Telegram have been raised by industry groups. On X, a post from open source privacy and security-focused mobile operating system, Graphene OS, highlighted concerns over Telegram's access to group and one-on-one chats. Now, you already know this is an attack clearly on free speech, and I got to give it up for Nayib Bukele for offering to never censor your free speech. Never get arrested. You'll never have your assets seized in El Salvador for speaking the truth and speaking your mind and exercising your right of free speech. Isn't that our First Amendment right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but nonetheless, family, there you have it. Very crazy what's going on right now. Another reason why Bitcoin is the best. There is no second best. This crypto asset called Bitcoin, right?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Forever. You know what I mean? So yeah, this could be the end of free speech as we know it, family, if we don't unite and stand up. I don't even use Facebook anymore. Same here. I have lots of old video and pictures of my kids. Hey, I have like 40,000 followers on Facebook. I stopped using it years ago. I don't care if I had millions of followers. I do not support anti-free speech platforms, right? After Assange used Bitcoin to overcome sanctions, clever Satoshi knew what to do. That's right. I don't care if they remove me. I just made another page. It's funny for me to see that they will remove me for. I shared things from other people and they banned me, but left the other person alone. Unreal. Yeah, the famous Art Bell in the Kingdom of New York. Shout out Diana. There is no second best. That's right. There's a crypto asset called Bitcoin. But it's pretty sad. Very sad. Praying for Pavel. He's also very much into health and biohacking. I don't know if you guys follow him, and it could be another reason they're after him. He's teaching people how to live longer. And what's the agenda of the elite? population control. Make sure you don't live longer. So, pretty sus. Pretty sus. We now have 1,300 people on the stream. We're live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We still have a lot to share. We're going to be discussing in a little bit Samson Mow's 1 million projection within the next 12 months, which he just revealed in a brand new interview. I'll be sharing the highlights. Welcome everyone joining the stream. Free Ross, fix the money, fix the world. I'm with you on that. We are in the green. Come on, 65 G's, baby. Maybe 65 G's before the end of the stream. Maybe. Let's go. But anyways, let's dive into our next story of the day, eh? Shout out Casey. Welcome to the stream. Let's discuss Toncoin getting wrecked as a result of what I just shared with Pavel, the founder of Telegram, getting arrested yesterday. Toncoin taking a steep dive in the past 24 hours with prices plummeting as panic selling surged after French authorities shockingly arrested Telegram CEO Pavel. Ton's price declined as much as 25% to reach $5.24 August 25th, a day after the news of Pavel's detention went viral. Now he faces charges related to data privacy and crypto regulation violations. Telegram has been instrumental in promoting and integrating Toncoin with its ecosystem, making Pavel a central figure of the coin's narrative and future development. As a result, some Toncoin traders have sold their holdings in panic. Now, there was an interview done about 10 years ago with Pavel, and he announced having hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. That means he's a Bitcoin billionaire today. How many billions he's worth? I don't know. We can speculate, but he is a Bitcoin billionaire, and now he's being targeted because he can't be controlled. Ton's ongoing price decline appears similar to how BNB performed in the days before the former Binance CEO CZ's sentencing. BNB fell 15% ahead of the Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao's sentencing in the United States. That was back on April 30th. However, once the legal dust settled, the crypto staged a strong recovery, surging by nearly 35% from its lows to reach almost $700 on June 6th. And when news of the legal troubles break, especially involving key figures like CZ or Pavel, it triggers a wave of panic sellers as traders rush to protect their investments from potential fallout. However, one of the initial shock subsides, the market reassesses the situation more rationally. Now, in BNB's case, after the dust settled with CZ's sentencing, traders realized that the legal issues, while significant, did not pose an existential threat to Binance, the company, or its ecosystem. This led to the psychological shift from fear to optimism as traders who had sold out of panic began to re-enter the market, driving BNB price up 35%. The same psychological pattern could play out for Toncoin. Initially, Pavel's arrest might be seen as a major red flag, leading to sharp declines as traders exit their positions. But if the market later perceives the arrest as an isolated incident that doesn't fundamentally undermine the Toncoin ecosystem, traders could start to view the dip as an opportunity buy for the panic. That's right. Now, from a technical perspective, Ton trades within a well-defined ascending channel range as seen on the daily chart. The Ton/USDT pair bounced from the channel's lower trend line, which has acted as a strong support since its formation earlier this year, as you can see on your screen on the daily chart. Additionally, Ton's RSI reading was a 37.5 August 25th, nearing its oversold threshold of 30, typically leading to consolidation or a rebound. The upper trend line of the ascending channel currently hovers near $8.50. Moving towards this level would represent a roughly 50% gain, aligning with the bullish momentum suggested by the RSI. Now, let me know, family. I'm curious, any of you invested in Toncoin? Do any of you use Telegram? Let me know your thoughts. I'm not going to get into the open interest and all of that, but as you know, there's an attack going on, and anytime there's a massive attack, the altcoin is going to suffer if the CEO gets attacked. You know what I mean? There's an attack vector, unfortunately, and that goes for every single altcoin. There's an attack vector. Patience can be tough. I was posting in protest of their handling of the protests, that was happening there. They sent me a cease and desist, oh my God, from a U.S. lawyer. I stopped the Rev War picks and started kitten picks. You know, it's crazy. Like, I think the Oracle has roughly 500 followers. So if they're willing to take the time out to have lawyers send cease and desist to people on X or wherever. I don't know if you're referring to Facebook right now or X. I'm assuming X. That's crazy, right? That's freaking crazy. Air BTC, it's like Airbnb, Air BTC, Air Jordan. Air BTC Online has rentals for Bitcoin. That's pretty lit. So it's the Bitcoin approved version where anyone can pay using their biddies. That's actually pretty lit. I'm going to check that out. Air BTC for the win. That's pretty cool. Have any of you used Air BTC? Let me know.
We're on the brink, we're feeling fine. Counting down the seconds, it's almost time.
And stick around. Our next story, we're going to be discussing Dan Tapriole projecting Bitcoin hitting 100,000 plus here soon. And then we'll dive into Samson Mow predicting Bitcoin hitting 1 million plus within the next 12 months. Shout out Eshan86. I appreciate the sub, family. Let's go.
Hold your breath, keep it tight. 69 G's gonna light up the night. Day up 69, pump a peel, we're on the brink, we're feeling sexy. 69 G heat, counting down, it's almost time. Hold your breath, be prepared to fly. Come alive with the big vibe. 69 G's come, young video. Wink at us, JV.
And also, we're going to be premiering a brand new music video called Bitcoin Happy Days. You'll notice the video already pinned in the comment section in the chat. So on the YouTube at cryptonewsalerts.net. I'm looking forward to sharing it. It's pretty lit. It's a parody of Happy Days. Genius. We are about to start an Airbnb, and I'm going to have 3 magic trails. And thought about having one of them being a Bitcoin village resembling Strawberry Full Moon. Wow. But with Bitcoin focus. Sounds pretty incredible to me, Chandy. Let's go. Your picks must have hit home, the Oracle. Yeah, her picks do hit home. A couple of weeks ago now. Wow. Crazy, yo.
We are all here, CNA fam is hooting like wise owls. Feeling the thrill for that 69K milk cow. 6069 in, darting, it's a darting dill.
Welcome everyone joining the stream. Already 1,500 people here. If you guys can repost it, you'll notice the stream pinned at the very top of my profile. I greatly appreciate that. Let's dive into our next story of the day. Nothing but bullishness from here. We got the bad news out of the way. Now we'll discuss the bullishness. Let's discuss this next headline. There's a big bull rush coming. Bitcoin and Ethereum on course for massive gains, according to Dan Tapiero. That's right. Macro investor and fund manager Dan is expressing bullish sentiment on the Biddy and the Ethereum. In a new interview on CoinDesk, Tapiero says that Bitcoin can go up by over 56%. I like that number. 5 plus 6 is 11, just pointing out the obvious. From the current level, while Ethereum could appreciate by more than 81% from the current price over the coming months. Quoting Dan here, over the next 6 months, I think we'll be over 100,000 per Bitcoin, which means by February, fam, and probably over around 5,000 in Ethereum as well. I think there is a big bull rush coming. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Dan. And according to the macro investor and fund manager, a Federal Reserve rate cut will impact Bitcoin positively, as he shares here. When liquidity is plentiful, which I think the markets are beginning to sense that it is going to become, these liquidity assets move. And I keep saying to people, look, when the interest rate was 0, Bitcoin was around 65 G's. The peak in 2021. Now another divine omen, 6 plus 5 is 11. Just got to point out the obvious. Rates went up 5% and they're still there. And Bitcoin is now at the same price. When that short rate goes from 5% to 2.5% or 3%, Bitcoin should easily double just on that. Easy peasy. Now forget about the myriad wonderful developments going on chain and in the space and all the innovation. Forget about all of that. If you just look at that one measure, I think there is cause for being super bullish right here. Agreed. Now on the macro environment, Tapiero says, and so over the next 2, 3, 4 months, as I look out, I am very bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those to me are the core assets of the digital asset ecosystem broadly, as I'd call it. But I look at the broad background on the traditional macro, and I think it is very supportive for core crypto. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree with Dan T of 10T Holdings. Do you see Bitcoin hitting 100,000 plus easy peasy within the next 6 months? And can you see Ethereum surpassing 5,000, hitting a new all-time high within the next 6 months? And to watch the video interview he did with CoinDesk, check the show notes below the video in the description. Now, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day, discuss Bitcoin smashing $1 million per coin and why it will likely do so within the next 12 months, according to Jan 3 Samson Mow. But before we get there, Feel free to comment, and I'll read your comments out loud. I'm now sending kitten pics since they didn't like or reminded that they lost the Revolutionary War. It is just a coincidence that the kittens are dressed in Revolutionary War outfits. That is hilarious. Let me know when you're up and running and have them trails. I'll check them out and crash at your Airbnb. Amen. I think many of us Bitcoiners will. Just a few epic problems with ETH, Vitalik, unlimited supply, centralized proof of stake, and all those. Can roll back the ledger. Exactly. Any questions? You make a good point. There's no comparison of Bitcoin with Ethereum. I'm now looking at Ethereum as like a tech stock. Ideally what it is. It's like a digital fiat. They can print unlimited amounts. It's like a tech stock, right? There's a ton of ERC20 tokens in the ecosystem. But at the end of the day, it can't be compared to Bitcoin because it's not a store value. Only a store value can have a finite limited supply, in which we know Bitcoin does. Only a true store value will be decentralized and have no attack vector. They want to attack the Ethereum Foundation. They can. Easily. And the Ethereum Foundation is already colluding with the US government. So, and they can roll back the ledger. So what the frick? So tech stock. Ethereum, tech stock. Bitcoin, perfect money, perfect store value, unconfiscatable wealth, and all the other benefits that come along with stacking the biddy. 100K even with Kamala. Hey, easy peasy. Not even Kamala can stop the biddy. 100%. JV killing it. How you been, bud? Shout out Luke Doggy Dog, Shoemaker. I've been good, brother. Welcome back to the stream. Smash the likes and subscribe. Repost on X family. Shout out Crypto Surge. You heard. Northwest Arkansas representing. Razorbacks. Let's go. I was just at the hot springs last week. Oh, where at there, Facts? Hello, Nippinator. I told you he's back. Nipsey's back. Back again. Nipsey's back. Tell a friend. Nipsey's back. Nipsey's back. Nipsey's back. Dun, dun, dun. JV has no single point of attack, unlike the other ish coins. That's right. And speaking of the Nippinator, he says hi. Friendly little hello from Nip. Dedicated to the CNA fam. Do you know where Cameroon is? Cameroon, or like in Africa? I am looking at that area and also Oregon. Oh, you're referring to in Arkansas or where at? I'm not familiar with Cameroon. It looks like Cameron. I'm not familiar with that area. So let me know. And welcome everyone on the stream. We already got 1,600 people here live and in the flesh. Greatly appreciate your support. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. Mr. 7 days a week, JV. Thank you, Alan. Just reposted your brother. I appreciate that. That's right. This is episode number 1740. Is there any other Bitcoin pods with 1740 episodes? If so, show me, because I don't know of any. So we're one of a kind. Took my daughter to the national park and checked out the bathhouses. Amari and my husband say hello. Shout out to the hubby and beautiful Amari. Appreciate you tuned in with your beautiful mommy. Shout out to all the Bitcoin mamas and all the Bitcoin papas. You know how we do. Does Amari like Bitcoin kids? Let me know. That's why we traded all our dollars for Robux. Go us. Good stuff. Welcome, Len S. What's poppin'? What's good in the hood? Shout out everyone joining the stream. Living the Bitcoin dream. 25% unrealized profit. Tax means good thing. I lost everything in a boating accident. Amen for that. I want to go to Oregon for at least a vacay. Looks amazing. It's on my bucket list. Maybe we can go down the Oregon Trail and go hunting for some squirrel. Like back in the old days when we used to play the Oregon Trail. As long as we don't catch scurvy, we should be good. What's up, Nippinator? Just nippinating. Hibernating, nippernating, stacking the biddy-ating, something like that.
We've come so far, we've seen it all. Bitcoin will not fall. 69K, it's a celebration. Bitcoin love sweeping the nation. So let's toast to the future. Raise our glass high. 69 G's under the moonlit sky.
Shout out Crypto Surge just reposted Zach Essam. I appreciate it. Double trouble with the repost of the repost of the repost.
Crypto fam together, feeling the beat. In the world of Bitcoin, we can't be beat.
Amen. But anyways, fam, Now for our feature story of the day. Samson Mow of Jan 3 was recently interviewed, and he doubled down on his prediction that the Bitcoin price, will hit $1 million within the next 12 months, and he breaks down why he believes that is to happen. So let's break this baby down. Let's start with some new tweets, and then we'll dive into the stories in which were published on the back of that. But this is coming from this particular interview right here. If you haven't watched it, be sure to check it out. There's a clip, Bitcoin to $1 million sooner than you think, and in which he breaks down why he is so confident that that will happen. A $1 million Bitcoin price within the next 12 months, which means sometime in 2025 for the cycle peak. But let's dive and start with his actual tweet he wrote. Someone was criticizing me on Nostr, and Nostr is ultimately the decentralized version of X. Probably on my fast $1 million prediction. I wonder what they think a ridiculous dollar price is. Exactly. Let's assume Bitcoin did go to $1 million. Interest payments on the U.S. debt will reach $1 trillion next year. That's 1 million BTC if BTC was at 1 million, which is 4.76% of the supply. Debt is 35 trillion, and unfunded liabilities is 218 trillion. That's a total of 253 million BTC if BTC was at $1 million. 12x the total supply of Bitcoin. Inflation is probably at 10% to 150% in real terms. And amen to that, because we all know they don't have inflation under control. We all know inflation isn't under 3% and that they lie to us, so respect. Now, all of these numbers are already ridiculous when priced in Bitcoin at $1 million. Do people really think that the broken fiat system will be plodding along forever? It seems more likely we see a break and Bitcoin goes up very rapidly in a short time frame. I agree with that as well. There is no such thing as ridiculous fiat price of Bitcoin. What is ridiculous is that Bitcoin still even has a fiat price, and that will end sooner rather than later. Very powerful words. And so he was responding to this comment. But you, on the other hand, again and again, are promoting insane high preference thinking when procrastinating ridiculous dollar prices in a very short time perspective. You may be directionally correct, but you have hurt your credibility a lot the last couple of years. So I obviously disagree with that FUD. I mean, I get the same ish thrown at me. JV, every episode has a prediction. Bitcoin going 100,000. We never even hit 80,000, you idiot. How dare you? Prediction means future, idiots. Just got to keep it 100. But anyways, I digress. So he also wrote here, any price under 0.1 mil, which is 100,000, is still a Bitcoin on sale. I agree with that. He gets a repost from me 100%. And again, if you want to watch this interview, this is a clip of him making that prediction of why he believes Bitcoin hits $1 million within the next 12 months. But it's also, we'll talk about it further on these particular articles. This article says Bitcoin developer Samson Mow says Bitcoin will rise to 1 million and when. And then this one, Bitcoin Maxi CEO expects 0.01 million as a threshold for the Bitcoin sale. So, and I think they mean obviously 0.1 million, which would be 100,000. Sometimes a lot of these article sources make errors in which I correct in the flesh real time as I'm reading them out. If you haven't figured it out, now you know. Anyways, according to Samson, Bitcoin is at its sale moment. Telling people that the price below 100,000 are what the smart investors want. Agreed. He quoted any price below 100,000 is still a Bitcoin on sale, insinuating that when Bitcoin reaches this price, the sale will then come to the end. On August 23rd, we saw one of the largest price surges as it gained over 6% from 60,700 to almost touching 65. It followed after a comment by Fed Chairman Jay Powell on interest rate cuts, most of which investors were taking as positive signs for the crypto market. And amidst the price fluctuations, Bitcoin retested 64, which we're currently still sitting above, which is pretty nice, and it's radically going up. This did not only push Bitcoin, but also the alts up, whose prices leaped up too. Mow's predictions are pegged to the recent structural changes in the Bitcoin market. He points to the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs, which have aggressively been accumulating liquidity since January 11th. Now, these ETFs are said to be purchasing thousands of Bitcoins daily, thus creating a huge demand shock. In fact, BlackRock's already done over 20 billion in volume since January 11th. And according to Samson, this coupled with the supply shock that resulted from the recent halving event, which brought a drop in the Bitcoin block reward, will make for a perfect mix to catalyze a dramatic price increase. Now let's dive deeper into the milli. price prediction. Mow is rather vocal about his long-term price projections. He claims that the biddy may see 1 million within 1 year, if not sooner. His reasoning is that the current market dynamics favor such a rise, with huge demand for Bitcoin against a dwindling supply. He expresses that confidence because he believes the market will absorb all the sales of Bitcoin no matter the fluctuation. He places special emphasis on the fact investors who understand money live in inflationary environments or come from oppressive regimes are likely to see Bitcoin as a safe haven asset. And that's right, Bitcoin's going where no man has gone before, to the moon. Now, in relation to this, the discussion of the Bitcoin price is not just a clear-cut case of speculation. It relates directly to general economic conditions, macroeconomic factors, etc. Comments have come at a time when many were already eyeing alternative investment vehicles due to the rising inflation and general economic uncertainty. Now, basically, he mentioned that the unique properties of the Bitcoin is set as a preferred choice for those seeking to protect wealth from losses. Amen to that. Now, there's also the Veblen effect and the psychology of the market. Let's break it down. One of the more intriguing aspects of Mow's analysis was his reference to what is called the Veblen effect, where consumers tend to keep buying a product even as it gets more expensive, partly because of its perceived value. Mow pointed out that this is going to be huge in the case of Bitcoin. As the price of Bitcoin increases, so are more and more investors who can potentially be attracted to the digital asset, not only by return, but it can also give by the value it holds. There are psychological drivers that might fuel demand even further, giving rise to the self-reinforcing cycle of investment. So there you have it. Now, Samson Mow, very bold projection, but he makes very valid points, and he's just not saying that, in my opinion, for attention or clicks. He says it because he believes it. He understands Bitcoin, unlike most people, really don't understand it. So he can see it happening. A lot of people are not visionaries. They can only see what has already happened in the past. And those why we have trolls that say, Bitcoin's never even going to 100,000. It never even broke 80. But they don't understand. We're looking into the future, right? From 50,000, do you know 1 million is only a 20x? Do you know how easily Bitcoin can 20x, considering it's up like 70 million %-ish from its inception? 70 million-ish %. So to question Bitcoin going up 20x is pure ignorance, in my humble opinion. But let me know your 2 Satoshis. Let me know your thoughts regarding Samson Mow projecting $1 million Bitcoin price within the next 12 months. Do you see it? What's the probability? What are the chances of it happening? In your humble opinion, keeping it 100. Let me know. Can you see 10% chance of that happening? 50% chance? 90% chance? 5% chance? 1% chance? Let me know, and I'll dare throw a projection out there. I say 50% chance. 50%. There you go. Let me know your thoughts. Mickey Mouse JV voice. You like that one, eh? I also do Donald Duck. And Goofy. Garspeedy. I am from South Carolina, so anything football from middle school is college fire. Well, sounds hideous. What are we referring to there, Kenny G? Are you the real Kenny G, the musician? 1% chances, Adam. 500,000 will be a significant hurdle, and 50% of liquidity will go into the state. What if the Veblen effect is real, and people just continue to buy it regardless of the price because they don't want to miss out and there's no alternative option? What if all the billionaires recognize on the planet all of our wealth can be confiscated? The only thing safe is the Bitcoin. Andrew Tate discovered this. Obviously, Pavel discovered this. Ricardo Salinas discovered this. Michael Saylor discovered this. Kathy Wood discovered this. Max and Stacy discovered this. How many more billionaires are going to discover this? 100, says Shandy. Plug into the CNA Discord. Thank you. Discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's get it. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. I know we'll hit 100,000 soon. I feel it. For sure. Got to try and hit the Carolinas, too. Eventually need this surgery to get my balance back first. Like an eye surgery. JV's Donald Duck. Best way to disprove the trolls is to go to 150 soon. No, I was referring to your voice impression. Oh, hideous. Come on, man. Give me some credit. I'm trying. FOMO kind of proves the Veblen effect. People usually buy at the top. Facts. Nobody wanted Bitcoin when it was free. 15 years ago, you didn't want Bitcoin. I'm talking to everybody here. Nobody here wanted Bitcoin when it was free. Nobody here wanted Bitcoin when it was $1. Granted, you knew about it or not. None of us cared. Now that Bitcoin's 64,000, got my attention, got your attention. When Bitcoin's $500,000, the whole world's attention will be on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's $1 million. Everyone and their mama will be like, damn, should have listened to JV. Got Bitcoin merch. I don't play the saxophone. I just stack the biddies. I like it. Yeah, but half of them want to be your friends with the evil state JV. All right, my Donald Duck is okay. Thank you. How about my frickin' what I do earlier? Goofy. I don't buy Bitcoin now. I also do Elmo. It's Elmo. It's Bitcoin Elmo. I wish I bought back, and it was why I am not bucking selling. Buck the Fed. I'm not bucking selling. I'm not bucking selling. Janet Yellen. I'm not bucking selling. How about that? 60% says lucky. Faster. Traveled through 27 states this year before the disease took my balance away. Damn, sorry to hear. I don't even know how to pronounce that disease. She's gonna have tax issues for 2026. Not if you don't sell. They can't tax the unrealized gains, family. Your Elmo is adorable, and your Donald Duck too. Well, thank you. See, I get encouraged. I'll do it more. You guys diss me. You're never gonna hear Donald Duck again. That's just how it is.
Giddy up 69, pump up here, we're on the brink, we're feeling sexy, 69 G heat. Counting down, it's almost time, hold your breath, be prepared to fly. Oh.
Yes, the Binance lady. Most people I know bought then. Crash from 1 million to 200 G's. Boomers. I ain't buying that JV, you're goated. I really look at you like family, JV, my cousin. Shout out Terrell. Appreciate the kind words, fam. Terrell Trust. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm feeling a mojo pump tonight. Mojo, eh? A mojito? Maybe if we do a pump watch, we'll have another ladies' night. Drinks on the house, just like last time. But don't blame me if you're hungover the following day, because that's what happened, unfortunately. A lot of hangovers. Daffy Duck to Donald. Man, there's a lot of ducks out there.
Come alive with the biddy vibe. 69 G's come, young video.
Oh, thank you, Darth Melda. I like the Mickey Mouse JV voice too. It's funny when he imitates Gensler with that voice. What's funny is I'm not intending to do a Mickey Mouse voice. I'm just making fun of people, and it happens to sound like Mickey Mouse, I guess. But here's what we're going to do. There's a brand new song called Bitcoin Happy Days. I'm anxious to premiere it. Brand new music video. I already have loaded up. If you guys want to support Chandy, make sure to do so at her channel, Chandy 10 Music. You'll notice the Happy Days track already pinned in the comment section, and all of her music videos you'll find on her channel. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and comment, because commenting helps with the algorithm. And we want to help her get to 100,000 subs, and she's this close. I think currently over 91,000. So let's make that happen. And yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to end the YouTube stream. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but you have to head on over to the Rumble if you want to continue with the uncensored extended version of the podcast and watch this new premiere video with us as we react to it. And we're going to kick it for probably another hour, uncensored style. Head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, it's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. I may even do another Donald Duck and Goofy and Mickey Mouse impersonation, Gary Gensler for you. Maybe. No promises. Maybe. But head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's get it. Goodbye, YouTube. We out of this piece. YouTube stream should be ending any moment. I know there's usually like a 15, 20-second delay.